What does it mean to be king? Is it the power you hold, the respect you command, or simply your rightful place from birth? Hôm nay, we are attempting one of the most insane challenge I have ever stumbled across in Uma Musume, the King of the Generation epithet. In order to achieve this title, your King Halo has to be the most popular of her generation by beating all of her rivals 3 times each. Therefore, she has to go against the Great General of Japan, the Trickster, the elusive Grass Wonder, who I still couldn't find a cool title for, and the Great American Horse, El Condor Pasa. To put that into perspective, we are talking about prime Chicago Bull, prime Barcelona, Chinese people in table tennis. But maybe achieving king status isn't that hard. Anyone could beat a standard career and get the good ending. Let's get to know our trainee. Introducing King Halo. I hate this girl. She's a brat. She laughs obnoxiously, and her career goal is notorious for being all over the place. You're telling me you are a born sprinter, yet you want to run in not 1, not 2, but 7 out of 9 specialty races. Huh? This doesn't count the other additional races we need to hunt for, and that is still 80% of your whole career. Why do you even want to do this? She then told us to buzz off. Yeah, the intro to meeting her is her rejecting us. She wants to be a first-rate Uma Musume, so she refused to accept someone so, you know what? A trainer is supposed to help their trainee achieve anything they want. If I'm going to beat this challenge, I need to be the greatest trainer in the world. However, I haven't played this game in months after Harura, so a lot of things have changed, but I promised her, my dedication is just as strong as she is, that she will become the first-rate racist. I decided to let automation choose my setup, and oh my gosh, 3 Guts cards are chosen. Now I heard they finally reworked Guts to be useful, so I'ma trust Tazuna-san on this one. But in this new scenario, King Halo must compete in the Unity Cup alongside the normal Twinkle series. Instead of just having friends to help her, a bunch of other Umas will come join your team and give you a boost in training. Because of this, I struggled with understanding which training style I should prioritize and ended up failing an 8% chance. Wow. But deciding that I could not go any lower, I chose to let her train despite the injury and got hit with a borderline permanent debuff for the rest of the game. A terrible start to the run. But what's even crazier is that while King Halo was training, a possum of reporters decided to interrupt us. They threw out a bunch of questions like, damn, lady.
Come on, you should be doing my work.
We find out that King Halo was the one who leaked her own schedule. Luckily, Air Groove arrived to disperse the crowd, but scolded us. Me? King Halo wanted the media to see that she's not just her mother's daughter. She's different. It was a given though. King's mom was a legend before she retired, so it was only natural that the world see you as that. But King will not give up her ways. She will prove it by showing that she is a first-rate Uma Musume. The world will acknowledge her, especially that woman. Therefore, she must prove herself at the juniors debut. Coming into this race, she is confident. The other golden generation hasn't debuted yet, so this is her chance to make a name for herself and grace the masses. Though as she was saying that, the news praised Grass Wonder for the amazing performance yesterday. I'm not sure if they nerfed it yet, but I decided to tell King to use the front runner strategy, because in the early race, you really want to be careful of getting blocked by the pack. Especially since we don't have any skills or stats to break through yet. And thanks to this, King Halo held onto her lead and demolished her opponents, marking a brilliant victory. She was out of breath when we saw her again, but she was ecstatic. This was the first step towards her journey, and I'll leave you be then. We didn't hear exactly what her mom said, but what King told us is crazy. Her mom basically told her that everyone is clearly better than her and that she needs to come home since she lacks talent. So to prove her mother wrong, King decided on her first grade 1 race, the Hopeful Stakes. But the problem with this challenge is that I don't exactly know what the stat requirement is for every race. So I decided to do a more balanced run. Again, shout out to Tazuna-san. Until she got injured again. This time, it was only a 12%. Are you serious? One day, King Halo and her friends were having lunch, but it turned into a whole gathering of the Golden Generation. We got everyone here, including the two hardest members to find. They had a friendly competition moment and challenged one another to the classic, the Triple Crown Tour. But King Halo hesitated before declaring that she must win. After all, what's a king without her crown? She asked us to train her harder, to forge her into becoming the best Uma Musume of the generation. She then got interrupted by a new superfan, Kawakami Princess, who, get this, is her daughter in real life. King was surprised, but hey, in time, the whole world will recognize her just like that. So it's time for her first step. King Halo held onto first place for the majority of the race, but with 600 meters left, the pack began to catch up. Tosin Jordan was the closest one to King Halo, leading to a battle for the number 1 spot. 200 meters left, and they're literally neck and neck. King did not proc any of her skill at all, but by half a leg, she pulled out a victory. King Halo was so proud of herself, but these random reporters just decided to skip her interview to catch some other seniors. But even with this moment of ignorance, our king still set her sight high and landed on the one-in-a-lifetime Triple Crown Tour. But remember how I told you guys that this is my first time playing in months since the update? Because for a brief moment, my scheduling slipped. And she returned. Wait, no! Don't race on the dirt! The Satsuki show begins. King Halo takes the stage and was overwhelmed at first. Her rivals are there to compete for the first crown alongside Narita Bryan, Goldship, Tokateo, and Agnes Tachyon. Okay, new plan. You need to go back on Lay Surger and activate every single speed skill, okay? The race starts. King Halo hangs back near the middle of the pack, but she stayed close to the outside in case she needs to make a break for the front. Then, just as planned, she begins to move forward at 400 meters. However, she still hasn't activated anything. What is she planning?
It is looking incredibly close. Tokateo barely holding on to first place as Special Week surpasses Saiyan Sky. Agnes Tachyon still holding firmly onto second place. Oh, but here comes the king. She's closing in on first place. It's neck and neck between the Golden Generation. King Halo is closing in. Who will come out on top of this duel? Special Week is gaining speed, but King Halo crosses the finish line, winning by just the neck. What a beautiful race.
The crowd went wild. The first crown secured by the king herself, marking our first win against 2 of the 4 rivals. The crowd begins to chant, as expected of her mother's daughter. She has a name, you know? Her friends in the background knew this wasn't the end yet. After all, this was just first of 3, because next up, the Derby. King is even more committed than ever. Her recognition is so close, she can feel it. But first, we need to hunt an American horse. NHK Mile Cup. Despite having only a B aptitude, I had no doubt in my heart that our king will surpass the great American horse. However, we technically beat El Condorpasa, but I don't know if it counted since King ended up in second place. So for now, I will chalk that up as a 1-0. Back to the classic. We got a glimpse at the crowd, all speculating on who wears the next crown. But amidst that, I witnessed some slander. We got people out here calling her a Nepo baby and not even mentioning her name. But King Halo was nervous. For the first time, she hesitated, like her will might crack at any moment. So we teased her a bit. She promised that we have nothing to worry about. She will win the Derby. This way, her mother will finally acknowledge her. All eyes were on Special Week and Saiyan Sky, but soon they will be for the king. The race begins, and we held onto the same strategy as before, but things were getting scary at the halfway point. King Halo was sitting near last right beside Goldship, an infamous end closer. On the final stretch, King began to rise in the rank, instantly breaking to 5th place. Come on, King. Yes!
諦めないわ絶対に
残り200スペシャルウィーク驚異的な末脚スペシャルウィーク完全に抜け出した
King Halo activated her skill, but it was too late as the Emperor and the Commander crosses the finish line. She technically beat Saiyan Sky here, but I knew that wasn't enough for her. Hey, you did a good job. That's the spunky attitude I like. She hasn't given up yet, and there's still the final crown to fight for. King was about to ignore her until anime logic happened. The two argue with each other a bit, but we can see just how much her mother's words are affecting her.
How unfortunate it is to run against someone like her. I bet you're ready to throw in the towel about now. Give up and come home.
Oh my gosh, the thing coming out of this woman's mouth! King's eyes begins to tear up, but she will not give up. She did not disgrace herself. She is a first-rate Uma Musume. That's my kid. Dude, I wish I could hug her here, cause the way she reaffirms herself, man, my daughter will be the king of the generation. We still have a chance, especially since this time it's summer camp. There's a bunch of hilarious things that happened during the summer camp, like King Halo getting lost, King Halo rallying her followers, King Halo getting disrespected? Bro, who are these people? See, I get that maybe if this was a grown woman, then yeah, talk your stuff. But this is a literal child, and these people are going up to her and yelling, "Nepo baby, criticize me! I'm the troll here, talk your stuff to me!" What's even crazier is after disrespecting King, they then see the two other golden generation and just started. Okay, you know what? That's fair. But at least call King by her name, damn! Luckily, Kawakami Princess showed up and lightened the mood. So they trained together and King made her promote her the entire day. You know what? They seem to be having fun, but we do see that people are slowly recognizing her as her own person, like this reporter who snuck up on us. But summer camp ends and King Halo looked as committed as ever. She even started her chant when we tried to call her. Ah, still the same brat. But it is time for the Kikuka show, a 3,000 meter long distance race. Normally, this one would be a challenge for King Halo, but there was an inspiration event I didn't show you guys. We got lucky and her aptitude went from A to S, meaning she has about a 10% stat bonus entering this race. Final preparation. While King was practicing, the reporter are harassing Special Week. So she went over for King's help, but King was showing quite a surprising amount of animosity. Seeing her flashback, I can kind of see why. King Halo isn't even recognized amongst her peers as worthy, so she walked away. I know I said animosity, but King was quite mature about it, 100% focusing on the final crown. She truly wants to win and leave a mark on the classic. So she tells us that she's ready, that her mother will have no choice but to recognize her talent. She's shivering a bit, but we believe in her. It is what a trainer must do. Once again, all eyes were on Special Week and Saiyan Sky, but that doesn't matter. Man, I am so proud of her. Teo, look at her. Her stats are beautiful. It cannot be any more ideal than this. So I sit back and watch her perform. A late start, but King recovered well.
勝たなきゃ勝たなきゃ勝たなきゃ勝たなきゃ私瀬戸どうして私こんなところに嘘頭真っ白になってた
Come on, go King! Ah, she's in second place. Catch up, come on, final corner, come on King! What? There's gotta be something I don't understand about King Halo's skill.
デビュー以来初の逃げを打ちましたが残念な結果に終わりました
おいおいおいおい何やってんだよ二世コンビ天才トレーナーチームにボロ負けじゃんか
っていうかなんで逃げたのかかっちゃったそれともトレーナーの指示 いずれにせよこれはちょっとね。
所詮2世はただの2
ね
Hey, come on. Don't talk like that. You did great. You're not a disgrace. No! You're King Halo, the first-rate Uma Musume. No matter how many times, I'll say it again and again. You are first-rate. As she cries, we got a chance to support her. But this time, I knew what to do. We are not ending it here. So, equipped with better knowledge of how the Unity Cup worked, I went on to use the same build, but had a different game plan. You see, Saiyan Sky and Special Week can be found in the main career races, but the other two Golden Generation runs in 6 or 7 very specific races. You can see it here on the screen if you want to attempt it yourself. Debut run. Easy clear. But this is the first critical race that I missed in our original run, the Asahi High. This is one of the earliest grade 1 where you can find Grass Wonder. But look at this real quick. The Asahi High is a turf mild race, right? This isn't even because I'm washed. I'm just dumb. So to cheer her up, we went to a fan meet and greet. It's an event like these that made me understand King a lot more, especially with children, which, did you know that Haru Urara is her roommate? Yeah, King Halo is basically her mom. Actually, she takes care of a lot of girls. But yeah, it's time for the Sasuke show, King's first crown. You already know it. Our king beat her rivals with an incredible last spurt that sent her flying to the finish line. Next up, the Great American Horse. Choosing the NHK Mile Cup, we meet her. This race was probably the closest one by far. Seeing her break past the pack and burst to the front, I held my breath for the final moment. Taiki Shuttle win by just a head, but we technically beat El Condor Pasa, so that's a 1 for everyone except Grass. Now, it's time to get our revenge, the Japan Derby. King Halo was nervous, but this time, I told her she's ready for this. With this win, her mother will acknowledge her. So go on out there, King! I told her to use the same strategy, stay back until the end and break through. However, King Halo had a different plan. With 800 meters left, she began to march forward, breaking past the pack from the outside with extreme speed. This was King Halo proving to her mother and the world that she is her own person, the indomitable Uma Musume who will rule this world as its king. Marching up to the stand, King Halo praised herself, hearing the cheers of her fans as she laughed loudly. However, instead of letting the interviewers take her pictures and answer questions, she decided to leave? This action made a lot of people mad, but I caught something in her eyes before she made this abrupt decision. It turns out Special Week was devastated by her loss, apologizing to her mothers that she couldn't be the best in Japan. We rushed to check on King, finding her down in the tunnel. She scolded us. I'm dumb, so I actually have no idea why, but we apologized and she got a phone call. This time her mother should acknowledge her. That's 2 crowns down with an explosive ending that left no question of her dominance. Her mother cuts her off, congratulating Special Week. This left King confused. She won, but all her mother said was,
You were lucky, so you should end it on a high note.
Then she scolded her for abandoning the media. We tried to interrupt, but King stopped us.
If you keep this behavior up, the future will not be kind to you. You won't survive unless you fix your attitude, so come home before you embarrass yourself any further.
I admire King here. She is focused on the final race of the classic, the Kikuka show. If she wins this, then she will be among the legends that have earned themselves the Triple Crown. She won't let things end as they are now. That's right, be the star, King. However, her laugh doesn't carry the same spirit as usual. So, on the Kikuka show, King Halo once again destroys her competition. She ran so hard she was out of breath at the end of it, but what's more important to her was her phone. She demanded it from us, and being her first raid trainer, I talked too much. But we delayed the interview and head down with King Halo. This classic Triple Crown tour could not have gone any better. She frantically phoned her mother. This has to be it. There is no way she can deny that King Halo has talent now, that she is first rate and someone deserving of respect. Yet,
Well, I suppose you won. Good for you.
that's right. I claim victory in a long-distance classic race. Looks like I'm not so talentless after all.
Yes, I acknowledge that. So are you satisfied now? You've had plenty of fun. It's time to come home before you overdo it.
She got her mother's approval, but it didn't feel like she meant it. King was so frustrated, and I felt that too. Why can't she just look forward to King's next race? Heck, even the bare minimum of just meeting it. She won the Triple Crown. That's like winning 3 gold medals at the Olympics. Damn! Not gonna lie, I've been there, so... Oh no, don't cry, King. A staff member ran down to get King Halo because she still needed to do that interview, but... So she asked us, is everyone waiting for me or for my mother's daughter? No, that's not true. King Halo is not a loser because a loser is someone who gives up.
当たり前でしょ。絶対このまま諦めてうつむいて終わるなんて嫌よ。さあ準備なさいトレーナー。ジソーについてミーティングよ。あなたには特別にキングの新たな道を支える権利をあげるわ。
She wants to be her own being, away from her mother's path. So, not only did she do a massive switch up in her career, she also adopted a crazy strategy. She basically told us, hey, all publicity is good publicity. Then went out of her way to attract every single rage baiter to write about her. King's mother heard the abrupt news, but rather than bothering with her hating energy, King threw us her phone. Then told her to keep watching. And what's crazy is that it's working. We can see that in the Yasuda Kinen, a major G1 race that, who is that? By the time we reached the Sprinter Stakes, King Halo had become a legend. She dominated the Takazuka Kinen against Grass Wonder and the Overlord. Her fans begins to cheer for her, the media actually uses her name, and the spectator begged her for a killer ending. And a killer ending was what they received. Once again, King Halo raced against the kaiju.
Who the fuck is Giga?
During the final stretch of the race, Bakshin-O was standing in the #1 spot while King Halo sat dead in the middle. It was looking rough, especially with 3 of the stronger racers blocking her path. But King refuses. She hit the,
You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing I can always keep.
a legendary finish that even left her mother shocked, telling her that she better win the next race. I love the attitude she's giving her mom, showing us that she really is a different but the same proud girl. I know I skipped a lot, but I got her skill upgraded during Valentine's and the fanfare. But bro, the Valentine event is crazy. She was out meeting some fans and legit got harassed in public by some random paparazzi that was about to slander innocent children. I was about to give some fatherly advice, but King Halo handled it pretty maturely, as expected of my first-rate daughter. Seriously, who goes around bullying children? But it's time for the Tenno show. If King Halo wins this one, then she would officially knock off 2 golden member. It won't be easy, especially with Meisho Dodo, Super Freak, Mayano Top Gun, and a late start. King Halo was heavily barred throughout the race, setting her deep behind in the pack. But as soon as the crowd cheers begin to rise, so too does the king. With fierce determination and unwavering confidence, King Halo says she never ends on a loss. After that, she only activated Nemesis. But then, the impossible happens. While King Halo doesn't employ the normal speed technique, her unique skill, Level 3 Prideful King, greatly increased her velocity in a true display of skill with 200 meters remaining after racing calmly. Simply put, in the last 200 meters of the race, King Halo has effectively breached her limits. King Halo has won the Autumn Triple Crown, carving her name into history. The crowd cheered loudly, one befitting of our king. But instead of doing her interview, she went over to her two rivals that has been there since her debut. She admits something to the both of them. She used to hate them, viewing them as obstacle to get her name out there. But if it wasn't for them, she would have never grown this much, especially with finding her own path. That's why she must thank them. The girls share the same sentiment, and it's a pretty wholesome moment. But you already know, we still haven't beaten El Condor Pasa and Grass Wonder, which means, I swear bro, all road leads to the Arima Keenan. The final, ultimate race to end the year. She can already see it. King Halo makes the impossible possible. Christmas party. Literally everyone is in my office. I don't know why, especially with the two girls ordering me around. But what's even crazier is Special Week ordering 50 pizza and 30 large fries. Dude, whose money is that? That better not be mine, cause I already have to pay for King Halo. But the cutest moment was when she saw Snow, asking us if we wanted to build a snowman with her. Ah, my daughter. The Arima Keenan. One last race to solidify her as the face of this generation. But what would be even more exciting than inviting the entire golden generation to participate? Even King was shocked. We got monsters on monsters, but King Halo stood tall among them as the undisputed Triple Crown champion. In a sense, she's gotten everything she wanted. Her career is nigh on perfect with 15 G1 wins out of 18 races and currently on an 11 race win streak. So I decided to show you guys the first timeline instead. In the original run, I never gave up on her even when we failed the epithet and subsequently many more races. Coming into the Arima Keenan, I viewed it as a test, but King had a different plan. The race starts. We see everyone using their favorite position, maintaining their pace and stamina until the very end. But King Halo, not even halfway into the race, had pushed beyond what a late surger should do. But as her trainer, I was confused. She's running too far up, burning her stamina before anyone could even activate their signature skill. But that look in her eyes. Everything she's been through, the rejection, the disrespect, the hate. Maybe her mom was right. Sometimes it made her want to lose her ways, made her feel more frustrated than anyone else. But even if her eyes fill with tears, even if people keep trying to bash reality into her head, she refuses to back down, surpassing even my own expectation.
Out far in the front is Saiyan Sky. She seems to be galloping freely with no threats to her number one spot. Is anyone able to deal with this? Oh, but here comes King Halo. Wait, King Halo is closing in. She's breaking through the second place. It's King Halo. King Halo's moving up. She's closing in on Saiyan Sky's lead. There's 800 meters left. This is the final battle between the golden generation. The two won't make any rooms for the others to pass. 600 meters left of the race. It's King Halo. King Halo passes her. She's increasing the lead, moving from the fourth corner into home stretch. King Halo is the lead by 8 lengths. She's all alone out there. She's flying down the track. She's wiping them all out. It's King.
ディバインライト突っ込んできた。ディバインライト突っ込んでくる。そして大作山本、外からはブラックホーク、キングヘイロー追い込んできた。キングヘイロー追い込んでくる。内からディバインライト、外からはキングヘイロー、ブラックホーク、キングヘイロー、ディバインライト、キングヘイローか並んだ5位。わずかにキングヘイローか。
With a dominating finish, King Halo stood before the crowd as his idol. We went over to praise her and she's loving it. Seeing her so happy was a sight to behold, but she was getting distracted, so we reminded her that she needs to get ready for the concert. But not before getting a phone call from her mother. She was surprised to see King win the Arima Keenan, but King Halo simply gave a cheeky smile. She's the indomitable first-rate Uma Musume after all. And before you know it, everyone will remember you as King Halo's mother. And perhaps someday, I'll even grant you the honor of wearing your brand's signature racewear. She was getting into her gloating. Whoa, hey. The girl sprint off and I was left with the mom. But to my surprise, she seemed to genuinely approve of King Halo now, even thanking us for being a great trainer.
It seems everything I've done until now was unnecessary. I apologize for any inconvenience she may have caused, but please continue to watch over her.
With that, the phone call ends and King Halo performed at the center of the stage. As for the second timeline, she actually came in second, but she still showed off that spunky energy. Heck, she was even more motivated than ever to continue her career and dominate this world, showing us that she will give it her all no matter what. We see the girls get ready, but we don't get that phone call. However, after her final race for both timelines, we get one final phone call from her mother. This event only triggers if you basically did what I did and win at least one G1 race for every distance. Mother thanks us for taking care of her, but she asks us one very important thing.
Do we know if she still likes the same pattern she did as a kid?
They really are the same. King Halo continues to race, gracing her fans with a king's presence. But even if she loses, she will still continue forward. That's the kind of king she is. Yo, shout out to the Japanese commenter and this guy on the previous Uma Musume video. I would not have gone on to read her story and discover this really fun challenge without them. I recommend you guys try it yourself since I don't personally think it's that hard. Just insanely specific. In fact, King Halo became my #1 and #2 best rated Uma Musume in the entire game. Like, that was my first and second run after the Haru Urara video, and she showed me why she's first rate. If you got any other crazy difficult or just insanely specific challenge that you want to see, leave it down below. I read every comments. Okay, damn big.